Hey, what's up guys? It's Tanner from Superhero Brothers, and today I'm reviewing the Vintage Wave Marvel Legends Wolverine. So looking at the front of the package, this is the Vintage Wave of the old, they weren't Marvel Legends figures, just the old Marvel figures. I'm not sure what they were called before, but this is like the Vintage Wave, pretty much a throwback, pretty much. But on the top, you got some blue with all the stars and Marvel. It says Wolverine right there. Comic background, Wolverine on the front. Different languages, iconic claws. There's a figure. I'm very excited for this one because it's one of my favorite Wolverine suits or whatever. And it also comes with the extra head right there and the loose mask. And then on the back you have the other figures in the Wave. Punisher, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Black Widow, and Captain America. You could go to Toys R Us right now, and they actually had a bunch of these retro ones. It was only Captain America, I believe Black Widow, and Iron Man. And, you know, they're doing a 50% off sale, so you could get these for like $9 there. So if you really want to pick this setup, this is the Toys R Us is the perfect place to get it. And then there's the description, all that, if you want to read it. Nice image of Wolverine. And then there's Wolverine on the front, guys. Let's get to it and crack this guy open. So this is the Marvel Legends Vintage Wolverine out of the package, and I got the alternate head sculpt right there, which is the maskless Wolverine. And I gotta say, this figure is pretty cool. One thing I'm gonna say is that this head sculpt, I don't know if it's because it's from a different figure or whatever, maybe a different ball peg or something, but it was kind of hard to get this one on. It took me a while to put it on. Maybe different for you guys, but it was kind of tough to put it on. And then you also get this the Wolverine you know, unmasking mask thing right there. But overall, this is a pretty cool figure. I'm going to show all the accessories real quick, and then we're going to go into some more detail, guys. Here are the accessories right here. There was about 3 of them. We got this unmasked mask right here for Wolverine that goes with this head sculpt. This is a pretty nice head sculpt. I'm going to compare this to my other Wolverine that I have. And it actually does have this head sculpt, but I'll show you guys that later. Pretty cool. And then we also get the original head, which is the Wolverine mask, which looks pretty awesome. We're going to pop it on, guys, and we're going to go into some more detail with this Wolverine. Alright, so here we have the Wolverine, showing his head sculpt right there. We just showed it. And as you can see, there's a little bit of yellow kind of scuffed up right there. But I'm not that picky, so I don't know, that just kind of bothered me. I like the way these ear things are shaped, pretty nice. There's the back of the head. I think it's interesting. I don't know if this is originally like that with the black line across the bottom. Could be wrong. And then there's the other side, pretty nice. There's a little gash right there, but whatever. And then looking down, we have a lighter shade of brown compared to the other Wolverine. This is a re-release, but it is a lighter shade of brown compared to the Juggernaut Wave Wolverine. And then we have a nice belt with some gold. Originally, I was watching some video reviews, and it didn't look like there's gold right there, but I guess, you know, there is. Or it's just mine, I'm not sure. But yeah, pretty cool belt, guys. And then there is the brown, and then coming down the thighs, we do have some more yellow. I'm not the biggest fan of this yellow. It's kind of a different yellow. Shows up lighter on camera compared to in person. And then we have the boots, looking very nice. I actually really like these boots, guys. But pretty sick. I know there is another Wolverine coming out soon with the classic colors. And then coming down the arm, has the arm hair as well as the gloves with these claws, but looking pretty nice. And then on the back of the figure, you get that writing right there. I think that's kind of ridiculous, but you know, the companies have to do it. But it looks pretty cool from behind, guys. And this is a pretty short figure, you know, I mean, I'm not that surprised. But from the past figures, I am kind of surprised comparing it to the past figures because they've not given us a Wolverine this short like we've wanted. Because think about it, in the comics, Wolverine is pretty short. I think he's like 5'4", some crazy size like that. But yeah, pretty crazy. And I think it's cool that they're giving us a short Wolverine. And again, it does come with this head sculpt looking pretty nice. I'm going to bring in the Wolverine right now that comes with this head sculpt and compare it with this one. So here is the 2 Wolverines next to each other, both of my Wolverines, and I gotta say, I like the size a lot better on this one. I like the build of the body a lot better on this one, but I think I'm a bigger fan of this costume over here. This was the Toys R Us exclusive Wolverine. I'm pretty sure it is, but I never reviewed this one. I got this a while back, but I overall liked the boots and all that kind of stuff. And just the blue design has always been my favorite Wolverine costume. But I do like the brown. I'm pretty glad I have this. But talking about the head sculpt, comment down below which head sculpt do you like more. This is the new one, and this is the old one. It's a little scuffed up on the nose right there. But I gotta say, I think I like the older head sculpt more. I like the skin tone better on the old one, and I also like the eye color and just the overall look. I think the eyes on this one look a little strange to me. It looks like they're just kind of strange. I like the eye color a lot better on that one. This is like a dark blue, and I don't think it fits well with the way it was painted or whatever. The hair looks pretty nice. It's a darker shade of black. On the back, pretty different. Pretty nice. But pretty cool Wolverine head sculpt. I'm not going to try and pop this one off because I have in the past, and it hasn't really worked, and I don't want to risk breaking this figure. But yeah, what's interesting is that they give us this mask, the maskless one. And it came from this figure, I believe. I think this is the first time we got it. But pretty cool. They gave us actually more detail on this one. They gave us the white eyes. On this one, it was just yellow. But pretty cool. And then overall, this figure is just pretty cool. If I were to rate it out of 10, I would probably give it like a 9. I think that there's really no flaws on this figure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of like the painting detail on this head sculpt, but I think overall it's a perfect Wolverine figure. I think that the articulation is great. I think the muscle definition is great. I know that there's another Wolverine coming out with the colors kind of like this, and it's actually one of my, or probably my favorite Wolverine costume that he's worn with these shoulder pads and all that. But it's coming out, and it looks pretty good. I think it actually looks better than this one, so I can't wait to pick that one up. I'm not sure if it's going to release in America, though. I know that it released in Canada, but I'm not quite sure yet for America. But I think it's the Apocalypse Wave one coming out. But we're going to get to the articulation right now. The head goes up about that far. That is perfect. Goes down about that far. Has some head pivot, a lot of head pivot. And then there is full 360 side-to-side motion. The arms go up about that far. There is a bicep swivel as well as a butterfly joint, guys. I forgot to talk about that. And then there's double joint. Oh, okay. Yep, there's another thing I want to talk about. I'll talk about that later. But double jointed elbows as well as side-to-side motion and a hinge going up and down. There is a ab crunch with that awesome crunch sound. And there is a waist swivel. Legs go up about that far, pretty good. Legs go back about that far. And then we have double jointed knees. Oh, also the thigh rotation. And then we have a hinge going up and down as well as ankle pivot. So the problem that I was going to talk about was this right here on this wrist. This hand pops off way too easily, and I know a lot of people in the the Marvel Legends area that review this figure talk about this, and then brought it to my attention right before I got it that this hand was gonna pop off way too easily. I didn't believe him until until this actually happened. This one also pops off way too easily, and I hear that they fixed it. I was watching Plastic Addict. He's another Marvel Legends reviewer. He had the new Wolverine figure, and he said that Marvel Legends, the company, fixed the wrist or whatever, but pretty cool. I mean, I actually really like this Wolverine figure. I definitely recommend picking up this one. I mean, this, as cool as this one is, I think that this is overall a better figure. And I can't wait to get more Wolverine figures from Marvel Legends. I think that they're just putting a lot of good figures out lately, especially this one. I think it's just great. I can't wait to get more Wolverine figures and build up my X-Men collection. I did just get that Deadpool. Again, I did get that Deadpool figure, and there's the size comparison. I think that is just perfect. I know this is a shorter Deadpool figure compared to the other ones and that I compared to in the video review, but I think this Wolverine is perfect height, and, you know, I think that if Deadpool's about 6 foot, I think that's about the right size for Wolverine. I think it's perfect sizing, and I think it looks cool together. Overall, this is a great Wolverine figure. I highly recommend you pick this one up. Thanks for watching this video review, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.